So, we're here in Dublin City. Take a look at the view. And, well, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend, and I'm about to go play a gig. A gig that I'm going to play with this guitar, a guitar made in Ireland. So I thought, you know, what better kind of time to do it than St. Patrick's Day, Dublin, with a guitar made in Ireland. Well, the thing is, it's not really a guitar, it's kind of a mandolin 12-string. We'll explain it all. But first, I think let's show some footage from the gig that I'm about to go play, and then we'll talk all about the Emerald Amicus. Well, that certainly was a fun gig, and I have to say, I think it was a great opportunity to test out the Amicus live. It was the first chance I got to play it live, and I think it passed with flying colours. Now, full disclosure first, Emerald are sponsoring this video, but as always, that's not going to stop me from telling you both the things that I like about an instrument and the drawbacks, because with every instrument there's compromises. You have to trade off somewhere for something. So we'll discuss all of that. But first, let's take a closer look at what this is. This is the Emerald Amicus. And a little hint as to what I think about this, I got an opportunity last year to play every instrument that Emerald make. I spent 2 days doing it, recorded the whole video, it's like over an hour long. And after everything I played, the Amicus was the one that I didn't want to put down. It was so good, so inspiring to me. And I know that sounds like, oh, genuinely, I wrote multiple songs on this in an evening. It is so different to what a normal guitar is. I've been kind of teasing you with, it's not really a guitar, it's kind of a, because it really isn't. First, I should say, don't be fooled by the sunlight that you're seeing. I'm wrapped up nice and warm because it isn't particularly warm out at the moment. And that's why seasonally these outdoor videos, you don't see too many during the winter, because I don't want to bring guitars outside here and the wood will react to the temperature and moisture content and everything like that, especially an acoustic guitar. But with this, I'm not worried. Emerald's whole thing is carbon fiber instruments, and this is no different. The entire body, carbon fiber, the neck, carbon fiber, the fretboard, carbon fiber, the bridge, it's a solid carbon fiber billet that they milled out. This particular example is in a beautiful red, vibrant weave, and I have to say I'm a fan, especially in this natural sunlight. It just encapsulates every curve, every contour. It looks beautiful. With that, I can understand why some people wouldn't be too interested in the carbon fiber. It's too modern for them. So I believe that Emerald does offer, on this model and every model, veneers, wooden veneers, so that you can get the aesthetic of a wooden guitar even though it's carbon fiber. So it's essentially immune to the outdoors as far as temperature and moisture content go. It's a very strong instrument from the get-go. I watched Alistair Hay, the owner and founder of Emerald, stand on one of these guitars out of the mold on the headstock leaning up. It was crazy, and it was fine. So I'm under no illusion as to just how strong these carbon fiber instruments are. And with strength and stability and everything, most people don't consider sound, but this sounds beautiful. So I've been teasing you so far and saying, you know, oh, it's not a guitar. What is it? It's kind of a guitar. But that's genuinely kind of how it is. It's not really a definitive thing. It's a mixture between a mandolin and a guitar and a 12-string guitar, and it's just got its own unique thing because there's a scale length as well. So let's talk about how you'd string it up, because I'd call this, out of everything, if the guitar has a drawback, it's going to be how you have to string it up, because it's not a standard guitar. Normally, outdoors, this place, we'd do a restring, but I'm not doing a restring because A, the strings are relatively new, and B, is because of the way you have to restring this guitar. It can be a little bit complex. I'm going to try my best to explain it to you. So, this is a 12-string, and it's tuned fully to D standard, and it genuinely, it sounds beautiful. It's glorious. But with that, here's how it's strung. Take 2 sets of acoustic strings. You've got 12 strings in those packs. Throw away the 2 low E's. You don't need them on this instrument. Then you take your A's and you tune them in unison to D. Those are your thickest strings on this instrument, your A strings. And you repeat that process. Those are the 10 strings you've got left from those packs. Then, where your high E's are on these strings, these are 8.5 gauge strings. And then you tune them up. Those are your high D's. And yeah, that's a hassle. You have to do it to make this instrument work. There is a lot of effort there. You have to get 2 sets of strings, then you have to get your 2 single strings. So sourcing the strings to begin with, it's a little bit of a pain. And I didn't really have to do that because the strings are new on this. But that's the biggest drawback, I'd say, to this instrument. But sound-wise, so worth it. The scale length on this is 18 inches. I have seen like some 12-string electric mandolin type things, but they've got a much shorter scale length. This is the 18 inch. You can tune it to D standard, like a full step down, and it just, I cannot convey to you how inspiring this instrument is. I could tell you a story. When I was testing out every Emerald guitar, because there were so many, I spent the night at Emerald, and I had access to a whole bunch of guitars during that night, and I just spent the whole time playing this, like the Amicus. That was the entire thing that I spent playing, and I recorded videos on my phone of I kept coming up with riffs and just cool stuff that I wouldn't normally come up with on a full-scale electric guitar. I know that this is kind of more inspired to play trad with, but I don't really play trad. I play rock stuff, and this, I mean, it sounds great with like rock riffs, like Kickstart My Heart. And then I suppose another helpful attribute to it being inspiring to play is that it's comfy. It's nice to play. You've got a really nice arched back. It doesn't just look good, but it actually feels good. And you've got this really nice scoop here for your leg, and it just kind of fits nice. It doesn't feel rigid and hard to play. And I suppose that also helps with like the playability of the overall neck. You've got stainless steel frets, and they're plecked, and it's just, this is a premium instrument. No doubt about it. Now, as we are talking about comfort, we also have to talk about the trade-offs, because this is an instrument that doesn't exist anywhere else. So you know, there's going to be some compromises somewhere, and that is that this is an entirely carbon fiber guitar. It's light. You know, it's an acoustic. All the metal, all the weight is just at the headstock, so it will make this kind of neck heavy, or more so headstock heavy. Like the headstock to begin with is quite large because it's got 12 tuners. So it's to be expected, but it's just something to note that's going to be there. It's going to have some weight on the headstock. The basic model of these retail for €2,150. So these are not an inexpensive model, not at all. With that, I would say it's very clear what you're paying for when you see like the Emerald factory. The place is state of the art, and the guitars are too. This is like a sports car, but with strings. And I would say the basic model is 2,150. I personally, if I was going for one of these, I would pay that a little bit more and get the pickup. This is an LR bag system. I think it sounds really good, but if you don't like that, there's also another option. You can get their piezo and microphone system. So you have options with this, but I think an ability to amplify this is very important because people want to hear this. Just playing it live, it was really cool to play it live and just see people go, oh, what is that? Because I was only playing it for a little bit, but it just sounded beautiful. And I'm playing it in a rock context, which is, you know, one of these in a softer context would probably have even bigger of an impact. You know, when I'm reviewing guitars, I normally think, what are they designed around? Are they designed more for, you know, looks, for show? Like, is that more of a live use guitar, or is it more for a studio use guitar with a whole bunch of like different switchings and everything? Or what is it for? And with this, it's its own instrument. Like, I'm not calling it a guitar, I'm calling it the Amicus because it's its own thing. But it's kind of for everything. With the pickup, you can use it live, you saw that. But you can also use it like with effects. You can plug it in and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's perfect for studio recording. You can get really cool sounds that you don't really get elsewhere. And with that, you get the inspiration of just having it sitting in your living room. You're picking it up, like that's what I've been doing while I've been reviewing this. I've just been picking it up here and there and just writing on it. Like I'm in a room of guitars and I'm picking up this one to write, which it's just offering something different. And then for live use, like you saw it used live, and I was using it in a rock context. It is a really cool guitar. And then like travel wise, it's small, so it fits in the little gig bag. It's a small instrument. I've been taking it on the bus because it's small. And also if you're traveling elsewhere, it doesn't really care if it's in the moisture of Ireland or the desert of Arizona. It's carbon fiber. It doesn't need the humidity levels to be perfect to stay in tune, to have stability. It just all round seems like a really premium instrument that does something that I've never experienced before. And that's truthfully, honestly, I have never experienced an instrument like this. I love guitars. This isn't a guitar. This is a different beast, and I love every second of it. So that is the video on the Emerald Amicus. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed making it. And I'll give you a little spoiler. I've written some songs on this, and I'm going to record them, and I'm going to record that, like the whole thing for a video. I'll show you going from a riff to practicing with the band to recording in the studio, the whole thing. And this was at the heart of it because it was easy to write on. But thank you for watching. If you want to check this out, I'll link Emerald in the description. Have a look. The online 3D builder is really fun to just mess around with if you've got like a few minutes to kill. It can be fun. Yeah, that's the video. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.